Hey there, folks. Root Beer here, and thank you for joining me for question number 2 as we continue along the Manitoba Math Contest from 2019. We started in the last video with question number 1, and here we are with question number 2. It's got 2 parts as well. A part, the head of a fish is 10 inches long. The tail is as long as the head plus 1/2 of the body, and the body is as long as the head and tail together. How long is the fish? Okay, so I'm going to say let H be the head, B be the body, and T be the tail. And we just have a little bit of algebra to work with. H is 10. I know the tail is the head plus 1/2 of the body. I think that's what they said. As long as the head plus 1/2 of the body. And the body is as long as the head and tail together. And what do we want? We want the whole fish. How long is the fish? So our end goal is head plus body plus tail. Okay, well, I know the head is 10, so we can go ahead and sub that in. 10 plus 1/2 the body, and the body is 10 plus whatever the tail is. So now I'd really like to know either T or B. Let's take the tail or the body and sub it in here. So the tail is 10 plus 1/2, 10 plus the tail. That's going to be 15 plus 1/2 the tail. Subtract 1/2 a tail from both sides. 1/2 the tail is going to be 15. So the full tail multiplied by 2 on both sides, tail is going to be 30. Now we take this, plug it back in. The body is going to be 10 plus 30, or 40. And now the head is 10, the body is 40, the tail is 30. And we get ourselves an answer of 80. And there it is. Okay, so the fish was 80. Was it centimeters? It's got to be centimeters. Oh, inches. That's kind of weird for a Canadian contest, but oh well. So 80 inches long this fish was. Okay. Yeah, that's all. I mean, you can, once you got the numbers here, you could double check that all the equations are satisfied, but I'm happy with it. It wasn't too bad of a part A. Now I got B part. A man who is 2 meters tall stands 1.4 meters from a streetlight. This sounds like a calculus question. His shadow is 3 meters long. How high is the streetlight? Yeah, we're going to set up a nice little sort of similar triangle situation, which happens to be the start of a number of good word problems in the calculus class I teach. But you don't need calculus to do this. It's just going to be a similar triangle sort of thing. But let's write our work down in our notepad. Okay, so we'll put our street light here, and we would like to know how tall it is. Maybe call it H for height. Now the man is standing 4.5 meters, and the man was, I think, 2 meters tall? What was it? It was 2 meters, right? 2 meters tall, stands 4. His shadow, so the light on top of the host is casting a shadow, so the light rays are blocked by the man up until it just goes over his head, and that's what produces the shadow, because there'll be light here, the light rays are getting here, but the man is blocking, and that gives us a shadow, 3 meters there. Okay, so that's our picture. In essence, what we've got is these two triangles, 2, 3, 4.5 here, and H. Now they're both standing upright, so we have nice little right angles here. And they both have this angle here in common. So if you wanted to, you could say the man, the street light, his shoes, well, L for street light, where the post hits the ground, and H for shadow, I guess. If you want to give names. I mean, you could be more boring and do A, B, C, D, E, and not have to think about it. But what we can do is we can say, all right, triangle MSH is similar to triangle LPH. And why is that? Well, they both have 90s, they both have this angle in common, so they'll both have this angle the same up here. Okay? And you could write that out a bit more. I think just a clearly labeled picture is going to speak volumes there. But what does that mean? Well, that means that, so we want H, so we want LP. LP over here is to MS as HP is to HS. All right, so my height is to the man's height as the distance from the tip of the shadow, which is the man's shadow plus the distance he is from the lamppost, is to the man's shadow. And there we go. Multiply both sides by 2. You'll get h is 6 plus 9 over 3. That'll be 15 over 3. And so the lamppost, or the street light, is 5 meters high. There we go. So 5 is to 2 as 7.5 is to 3. Okay, yeah, multiply 3 by 5 and divide by 2, and you will get 7.5. There we go. All right, nice little similar triangle geometry question. That's sneaking in on question number 2. And then A, a nice little algebra question. I think it was similar to the B from question number 1. There we go. Okay, and on we move to our third question, question number 3.